How much money do you need to buy a home in Roanoke?
Hey, it's Hal and Chris Cohn with Cohn Realty Group. If this is your first time to our channel or gazillionth time and you haven't subscribed and liked, make sure you do that. And then also, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Roanoke Valley, please give us a call.
Yeah, so hey, you're thinking about buying a home in Roanoke? Because that's great. And it's important to have your financial ducks in a row.
Yeah, in this video, we are going to go over the financial aspects of buying a home here in the Roanoke Valley to help you be successful when you make that decision.
Yeah, and the cost may surprise you, so stay tuned. Roanoke is a great place to buy a home, and it offers a variety of housing options like single-family homes, condo and townhouse communities, and those are maintenance-free living, so that's nice. Also, multifamily living, all at a wide range of prices.
Yeah, and on the multifamily side of things, with interest rates being on the higher side right now at the end of 2023, that definitely makes sense because from a financial perspective, you have opportunity to maybe buy a little bit more house and then offset some of those expenses by renting out part of the property that you purchase.
It's a great idea. So what costs should you anticipate paying when you buy a home? Let's dig in.
Yeah. So we got to start off with home prices, right? So in our most recent market report, we actually reviewed the average home price here in the Roanoke Valley is about $349,000. But again, location, condition, and demand are continuing to drive those prices throughout the valley and the country for that matter.
That's true, yeah. And this comes in about the middle of the road compared to other areas of the country. Like according to Forbes Advisor, California's median sales price in 2023 is $787,000.
What?
So different. And Oklahoma is at $235,000. So very different there. Choosing to work with an experienced real estate professional when starting your search for a new home is huge.
And not only do you need a professional and experienced real estate agent or a realtor, you're going to need the help of a terrific lender who can help you determine your purchasing power and then match the home to your preferences in down payment and monthly payments.
Yeah. So we've got home price. Let's go right into lending, mortgage loans. There's many types of loans and offerings to consider, including conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, some with as little as $0 down.
Yeah, so established realtors and agents are going to have a relationship with multiple lenders that can help you choose the best loan for your real estate goals. So local lenders are excellent in talking you through the details between minor interest rate differences, larger down payment requirements, appraisal guidelines, and what's going to work best for you, as we mentioned earlier, to get you into that payment and into the house that you want.
That's so true. They really know their stuff, and it's over my head. I mean, I get it enough, but there's so many packages out there and opportunities to work on that interest rate. So yeah.
Yeah, and what they'll do is they'll actually say, hey, what payment do you want? And they'll work backwards so they can actually find the price of the home that you're comfortable with within your budget.
Okay, we've talked home price, mortgage loan. Now let's talk about down payment and closing costs, because these are big expenses you need to make sure you're planning for. The required down payments and closing costs associated with the purchase of your home is going to vary, and it's going to be unique to the home that you select, especially if you enter a bidding war and the highest down payment tells the seller who the more committed buyer is.
Let's actually talk about the amount of money you're going to need in buying a home here in Roanoke Valley. And it's not going to be as much as you think. So fortunate here towards the end of 2023, fall into the winter, we're not seeing as many competing offers. And because of that, you might have an opportunity to pay a little less. You might have to be as strong for the actual seller to accept your offer. So let's give you a specific example so you can know what you're working with here.
So let's talk examples, because I like examples. So I'll get my little pen and paper ready. Give me an example of this.
Oh, you want me to do the first example? Sure. All right, so let's go for it. So if we base this off of an actual sales price of $349,000 here in the Roanoke Valley, for conventional loan, you could put as little as 3% down payment, which would only be about $11,600, as long as your credit score is around 620 or above.
All right, another option is a government-backed loan called FHA. So if you're looking at an FHA loan, you could do 3.5% down payment. That equals to about $12,200, and your credit score would need to be around 580. But if you have a lower credit score of about 520,
opportunities for FHA.
Yeah, you could do 10% down.
Yeah, and then the third option, which not everybody's actually able to be qualified for, but that would be a VA loan, and you can do 0% down if you qualify for a VA loan, which means no money out of your pocket on the down payment side.
None. Okay, so we talked about down payment costs, but let's talk about closing costs. You need to be prepared as a buyer to pay approximately 3 to 6% of the sales price of the home for closing costs.
Yeah, so we're going to use the example of $349,000 purchase price, and that's going to put you in the range of $10,000 to $17,000 in closing costs to go on top of you. So you add that to your down payment to understand how much money you're going to need at closing to be able to purchase the property.
Yeah, and there's ways that these expenses can be rolled into your sales price or lowered depending on your loan types.
Yeah, depending on the current market trends, as we kind of mentioned, a seller may contribute towards the buyer's closing costs right now, as we're making this video in the fall of 2023, because we are seeing some seller concessions depending upon the property, how long it's been on the market. Like 3-4 weeks on the market, you got an opportunity to be super competitive with getting some concession.
And again, having a knowledgeable realtor and lender will allow you to explore the different tips and tricks that might work for you, so you don't have to have loads of money to buy a home here.
Now let's talk about the other expenses that are also going to be associated with you getting a mortgage for a home here in the Roanoke Valley. So first off, once you go under contract here in Virginia, here in Roanoke, you're going to need to do inspections. And you're going to pay for those at time of service. So that would be like a home inspection, radon inspection, potentially well and septic, depending on what area you're in, and also a pest inspection. And we usually say to approximate around like $1,000 total for those to get those completed.
Yeah, and also what's called an earnest money deposit. This is after you're completely under contract. You're saying in good faith, I plan to proceed, and that earnest money deposit is held in escrow until you close. And that's usually about $1,000 to $3,000.
Yeah, and then let's not forget about movers. So if you're moving from out of state especially, you want to make sure that you hire professionals that are reputable and that are going to get your stuff here. Because we have heard some horror stories here lately of movers holding furniture hostage of our clients.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's ridiculous.
It really is. And this can be really an expense. So look into this. Make sure this is part of getting your financial ducks in a row. And then don't forget updates and repairs that you need to make to the house after you close. You want to make it your own. Whether that's decorating or pulling out flooring, you need to budget for those items as well.
So with all that being said, purchasing a home in Roanoke does not require you to have a pot of gold to be able to make that happen. And we'll meet with you and we'll help you devise a plan to meet your real estate goals as far as location, price, payment, all that stuff, because that's what we're here for, to help it be a successful experience for you.
Absolutely, yeah. You can reach out to us and the team at Cohn Realty Group to learn more about buying a home in Roanoke, Virginia, and finding the perfect home.
We'll see you on the next video.